but they were like, "Oh, we're sorry, the role that we are looking to hire you for, you don't qualify for it, but we'll keep you in the loop." So basically, I got an offer from LinkedIn without applying for a job, without, you know. So I sent them my CV. I went through the interviews, and I spoke to Lemon about it, and she was like, "Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Just relax and all that." And I got the offer. And the offer I got was not something I was looking forward to getting like so soon. I was thinking it was going to take me a while because I had been too relaxed for a bit. But I got an offer and it was really good. An hybrid job. I used to do a job where I work shifts before in the office. I travel every day to work. But now I have the privilege to work from the comfort of my house without going out. And it's been really nice, honestly. So I'm not yet to like bamboozle you or anything to
All right. Hello, everyone. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. We're about to have a very fantastic session tonight. So if you know anybody that is meant to be here, this session is not going to last too long. So they're already missing out. Okay, they're already missing out as we speak. So welcome along. My name is Mohammed Suleiman. I am the COO here at Nebiant Analytics and manage operations. And I also work as a data analyst and a data scientist. Okay. And I'll be driving the session tonight. But first, I want to get to meet us. I want to get to meet us. We're about 23 on the call. So let me know in the chat box, are you joining us for the very first time? If this is your first time, type in the chat first timer. Okay, first time or first timer, and if not, type regular so I know whether you're joining us for the first time or not. So type that in the chat while we go on with the session. So a little bit about us. Here at Nebiant Analytics, what we do is to help Africans get into the tech space, make it as easy as possible for Africans to get into the tech space. We make use of practical things, okay? Practical um, strategies to help people get into the tech space. So I'll go ahead and get into it. Okay, I'll go ahead and get into it. While this session is going on, I will be presenting my slides. Okay, I will be presenting my slides. This session will also be recorded. So if you want that later on in your mailbox, fill out the attendance form. The attendance form is in the chat. One of my team members is posting it. You see the message and the link. So do well to click on that link while you listen to me. Take 1 minute, fill the form, type it in the chat box. Okay, so but I want to know, okay, I mean, guys, you have to respond. Okay, it's an interactive session, so use the chat to respond. Or is it that we can't hear me? Give me a thumbs up one more time if you can hear me. You see the smiley face icon, so click on it and do that. So Laubakta, don't type your name in the chat. Click on the blue link in the chat box posted by Enquiries Navians. That is the attendance form. Fill it out and you're good. If you type your name in the chat and you think that's the attendance, I'm sorry, it isn't. Okay. So for those who are joining us for the first time, one more time, you are highly welcome. You are highly welcome. You are highly welcome. And it's so good to see each and every one of us. So it seems as we have more of first timers in the chat box. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So I'll share my screen now. Once you can see my screen, please let me know. Okay, please let me know. Please let me know. I'll share my screen now. No, you can't see my screen yet because I'm not sharing yet. Okay, it's my video you can see. So just give me a little bit. I'll share my screen and then you will be able to see. So now confirm you can see my screen, guys. Okay, fantastic. If you can see my screen, we are good to go then. So today is, I mean, like I said, the session is not going to be long at all. It's not going to be long at all. So stick around, okay? Stick around, and you'll be learning fantastic stuff with me today. So now, who am I? Okay, my name is, like I said, Mohammed Suleiman. I manage operations here at Nebiat Analytics, pushing towards a decade of experience in this space. I've worked as a data analyst and data scientist. I've worked with Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brand, and I worked with their branch in the US as a data analyst and data scientist. And I also transitioned into tech. I had my first degree in mechanical engineering. And today I do practically something different from engineering, and that's data. So how did I transition? I'll share that as we go ahead with the session. So a little bit about Nabiant Analytics. You probably already know this. We are one of the leading edtech brands in Nigeria, and we help Africans get into the tech space through data-centric tech career paths. We've helped 100 plus Africans transition successfully into tech, and we are not tired of equipping even more persons. And we constantly find, a practical and easy way for Africans to get into tech. All right, so what we'll be doing today is this. First off, we'll talk about people who have done this, people who moved from zero to landing their first tech job. Okay, and we'll talk about how you practically can take similar steps and what you actually need to do, all right, to get into the space. And then we'll have a special announcement towards the end of the session, and of course you will be able to ask me questions. Okay, so if you have any questions in the course of this session, you can note it down in a little, on a piece of paper, and at the end you'll be able to ask me the question one on one. All right, so are we ready? I need to know you're ready. Okay, I need to know that you are ready. I need to know you are ready. Okay, David is ready. Who else is ready? Who else is ready? Click on the smiley face icon and give me a thumbs up if you are ready. Click on the smiley face icon, give me a thumbs up. We nice. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. That's the kind of energy. All right, brilliant. Now, um, one more thing before we start, okay? Because I don't want to waste your time. Okay, time is valuable. So let me know. Are you looking to get into tech in the chat? Just type a capital yes. Capital yes, not small letter yes. Capital yes in the chat if you actually want to get into tech, because those are the set of people I want to speak to. So if getting into tech is not something you are looking at, or you're not even nothing in you is considering it, then this session is not for you. But if you are, you're welcome. All right. So as you respond in the chat, allow me to introduce to you Esther. Now, Esther, and I want you to listen to it, to Esther's story, because one thing I love to also mention about people who have done this and gotten results is the struggles that they had in, during their journey. So it's very important to mention their struggles so that you can also say that this is real. Okay, now Esther finished from the School of Nursing. It's a career path that she loved dearly, but very very quickly upon getting into the corporate space as a nurse, she realized that yes, this is the career path I want to I want to be in, but financially this is far from where I want to be. So she realized it very fast, and then she decided, you know what, I want more. And that was when she decided to join our program here at Nebians Analytics. This was back in February. And fast forward, she got her first tech role in May 2025, as a monitoring and evaluation analyst. Now, what was the struggle Esther passed? At some point, Esther thought, you know what, this is too much for me. I can't do this anymore. And that was where our expert mentorship came to play. Okay, the expert she was working with us at the time advised her that, look, this is a new terrain for you. So it is only natural that you feel overwhelmed. But how do you want to attack it? Because that's what to determine what happens after now. Do you want to give that as an excuse to, give up, to tap out, or you push further, pass through it, and get your results? Guess what? Esther pushed through and she got her results. And she's constantly thanking us of that decision that she made back in February this year. It's not only Esther, okay? We also have Naomi. And if you joined this session early enough, you would have listened to Lebura and Grace already. Okay, but let's talk about Naomi. In Naomi's case, Naomi works in a francophone country. She's in Nigeria. And that's being a foreigner, okay, posed a very serious disadvantage to her. In fact, as a manager, she was being relegated. Now she applied that she wanted to leave, she wanted to resign. They did not accept her resignation based on her contract. Now she was disgruntled, but guess what she did? She decided, I want to work remotely. I want to be able to dictate my own time. I want to work in a place where my color does not, impact my growth. All right, or my ethnicity does not impact my growth. And that was how she, joined our program. That was earlier this year as well. And Naomi, fast forward. So she followed our instruction. And if you listen to Naomi speak, right, when she was sharing her testimonial with us, she said that it was not easy, but she did it. Okay, she pushed through and she did it. And guess what? March 2025, the same company that was relegating her created a new department, asked her to head that department, and she was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna just sit and think about it. And they were like, you are not thinking about this, you are taking this. She said, okay, I'm gonna take it, but at least would you train me? And they paused for a moment and looked at her. We see your activity on LinkedIn. Naomi, you'll be the one to train others and not the other way around. Okay, Naomi is currently heading the data department at the same firm, and training others to you know work with her as well. All right. Now, if you look at the job space, there are about 35,000 roles out there. Like I said, if you have any question, please wait till the end. We'll be done here in roughly an hour. So wait till the end. I'll answer questions right at the end of the training, of this session rather. Now, there are 35,000 jobs out there, data-centric jobs, and yet you have none to yourself. Okay. And just allow me to show you what it's like on LinkedIn. How many of you are familiar with LinkedIn? Where are the LinkedIn guys and girls in the house? How many of you are familiar with LinkedIn? If you have a LinkedIn account, just type LinkedIn in the chat, or just give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know. Okay, fantastic. So let me open up LinkedIn and let's look at what the opportunities are practically, really. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn page. So if you want to connect with me, let me just share my link with you in the chat. So if you want to connect with me, I'll be happy to connect with you. Okay. But that's not why we are here. All right. So let us search for a job. And what I'm about to do now, I want you to look at it because this is a practical way of looking for jobs. It's also going to affect the kind of results you get. If you don't know how to look for the jobs, you would waste your time. So you come to the search button here, and then you type data analyst. Okay, data analyst. You hit enter. Now it brings anything data analyst for you. But what you want to click on is jobs. Okay, so I'm going to click on jobs right here, and it will give me the jobs that are data analyst specific. Now, there are tons of other roles in the data world. Okay, if you can't see my screen, leave the call, join back. That should fix it. Okay, and if you can't see my screen, please type "I can see your screen" so that Matthew knows that it's a problem from his end and not mine. All right, so as we do that, let's go ahead. Now, look at when you search data rules, okay, know that it's not just data analyst. Data analyst is just a broad name for it. Our students have gotten jobs as HR analyst, marketing analyst, junior marketing analyst, supply chain analyst, monitoring and evaluation analyst. So different companies will call it different names depending on what their need is as of that time. Okay, but when you are searching for a job, okay, when you type the name, always set your location to EMEA. All right, EMEA. And this means Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Europe, Middle East, and Africa. If you want to spread your tentacles, especially if you are looking for remote roles, this is what you should search for. Don't say, oh, because you live in Lagos, you type Lagos here, you're wasting your time. Okay, or because you live in Nigeria, you type Nigeria here, you are wasting your precious time. So you should be searching across Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and this also embeds the US and the likes. Now, what you want to do is this. I want you to look at this figure here that I want to highlight. I want you to look at this figure here. What is this? What number is this? What number is this? 13,829 job vacancies right now. Let me repeat that. 13,829,000. Okay. So sorry, 13,829. All right. So this is the reality of what the job market is saying. All right, this is the reality of what the job market is saying. You only need one of these jobs, yet you still don't have one. So what's the real reason? Okay, what's going on? Right. So I'll give you some of the reasons why you probably are struggling, and I want you to look at it as I am giving it to you. Okay, and once we have gone through this, I will then give you what the solution is. What are the kind of things you need to work on? Okay, what are the kind of things you need to work on for you to get the kind of results you want, to get one of those jobs to yourself? All right. So is the very first reason is this. You need to be a pro at one of the most fundamental tools and technologies in the data space. Now, there are a lot of tools in the data space, but you need to be a pro at Microsoft Excel at the barest minimum. And when I say pro, I'm not talking about people who have used Excel for 10 years. Okay, you come here and you tell me, oh, I've been using Excel for the past decade. I'm a pro. Okay, for example, let me ask, how many of you know how to use Excel? Type 10 in the chat. Type 10 in the chat if you know how to use Excel. Okay, if you know how to use Microsoft Excel, you consider yourself a pro user. Type 10 in the chat. Fantastic. A lot of us will say 10. Okay, we probably use it on our current jobs. You've used it for research or something. You know how to use Excel. Fantastic. I want you to remember your answer. Okay, but that's not the only thing you need. You need a project portfolio. It is not enough to know how to use the skill or to actually work on projects and leave it on your laptop. You need to put it in what we call a project portfolio. Okay, and let me show you what a portfolio looks like. All right, so I mentioned that I am here to show you practical stuff. Okay, so let's look at the practical stuff. So show you what a portfolio looks like. So this is my portfolio, for example. Okay, now you need a portfolio. You can see it's a website link. Okay, that I can share. Okay, via my LinkedIn. I can also put it on my CV to make it easily accessible to recruiters who are looking to hire people like me, right? So you can see my value proposition right there, a little bit about me, and a button to view my project, right? People can also view my portfolio from here. So I can click on anyone. I click on view project, it takes me to my portfolio page. And you get to see the fantastic work that I've been able to build so far. So somebody who has this shows more intention, is being more intentional, all right? Is being more intentional about the about getting a job. Guys, if you have not filled the attendance form, click on that link in the chat right now, fill it out so that I send you this. So here's what I'm going to send you if you fill out the chat. Okay, I'm going to send you the slides that I'm presenting. I'm going to send you the recording of this session so you can go back to it and relive it if you want. And then I would send you the link to this portfolio as well so you can look at it. Okay, so those are the things I'm going to send you if you fill out the attendance form, okay, as you're in this session. So if you've not filled it yet, click on that link. It's in the chat box posted by Inquiries Naviant. Click on it, fill it out, and type done in the chat while the session is going on. Back to my screen. Now, if as a talent looking to get a job, you don't have something like this, you are wasting your time. Okay, for lack of a better word, I mean, we're here to tell ourselves the truth, right? We wanted to hear what a what's practical, right? That's the truth. If you don't have something like this, it's pretty much a waste of your time. Okay, now after that, you need personal branding. Now, personal branding is you putting yourself out there on platforms like LinkedIn especially. And this brings me back to LinkedIn again. All right, this brings me back to LinkedIn. And let me show you my profile, for example. Now, your LinkedIn profile should be able to communicate who you are without ambiguity. All right, so let me click on view profile. So your LinkedIn profile should be optimized in such a way that when people go to your profile, they know who you are, and you want to ensure that it is active. So these are some of my featured posts, and I constantly post on LinkedIn. Okay, I constantly post on LinkedIn at least once a week. All right, at least once a week. So you need to be active. You need to constantly contribute to that knowledge base in on LinkedIn, and you need to have a well crafted personal brand. Now finally, you need mentorship. Okay, only one person typed done in the chat that they filled the form. Is that true? I hope that's not true. Okay, so click on the link in the chat box, fill the form. Okay, fantastic. Three more people now. Fantastic. So as you fill it out, type done so we know. Okay, so um Debbie and Izzy, if you're the one on the call, please continue to post the attendance form so people can have access to fill it out. People who want my slides, the recording, as well as the link to that portfolio that I shared. Now, if you don't have one of these, you are not getting your results. Okay, you are likely not getting your results. Now, what did we do at Nabiant? Okay, we crafted something out to help Africans get into the space, but allow me to narrate a story for you on how you get a job. Now, how many of you apply? You're currently applying to jobs, but you're getting rejection emails. Okay, type rejection in the chat so I know you're answering that. You apply to jobs, you you can almost guess that you get rejection email. How many of you? You can give me a thumbs up or type rejection in the chat, anything. Just let me know if you are in that boat. All right. So I've been in that boat also. Okay. And I was in it for a very long time. In fact, I started to doubt whether it is possible to actually get a job. Okay. There were so many platforms I used to apply to, crossover.com, Talent HQ, um, WWR, work remotely, LinkedIn itself. So, but you constantly get, rejections, right? Um, why is this the case? Okay. Now, let me walk you through something. Let me open up the back end for you. When you hit that apply button, okay, when you hit that apply button, a lot of you, or a lot of us, let me say us, okay, because I used to be there before, a lot of us believe that your CV goes directly to the table of the HR. Capital letter no. It actually goes to a robot called ATS. ATS. How many of you know what the ATS means? If you don't know what the ATS means, it means applicant tracking system. Now, this robot looks at your CV, the CV you sent, and compares it to the job description and scores your CV on a scale of 1 to 100. Now, anything below 90%, you are getting a rejection email. And that is where most people find themselves. About 95% of CVs get rejected, right? So, and only 5% get to make it through. And the ones that score 90 and above get to make it through to the actual HR that then looks at their CV. Now, the HR looks at the CV, looks at what they've done, checks them out online, and then decides whether to invite them or not. In most cases, all of them get interview invites because the HR wants to be able to choose the best. So they interview all of them and decide who to hire at the end of the interview process. And that's how a job actually comes to you. So if you are in that boat where you get rejection emails, you are not even getting past this spot. So it means the company does not even know that you are applying to their jobs. It is this ATS here, this robot here, that keeps sending you a rejection email. Are you with me, guys? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Am I making sense, guys? So this is what actually happens on the back that you do not see most of the time. Okay. Now, why should you even be looking at data in the first place? First is it is easy to learn. And when I say easy to learn, I don't mean, oh, you're just going to sit on your couch, anytime you like, you show up and, this is going to fall on your laps. No, it's not going to happen that way. You would have to actually show up, put in the effort, and you'd get to a point where you can confidently say, I know how to do this thing. Okay. And if you think tech is hard, have you tried mechanic work before? Because I have done that. Okay. And I know what I want to do. I'll choose tech every single time. Okay. Now, easy to transition. You also, when we looked at LinkedIn and the number of opportunities that we have right now. Okay. So because of the abundance, it is quite easy to transition into compared to other career paths. And it also had fantastic salary projections. There was a time I interviewed with Micro1.ai. I don't know if any of you have an account on Micro1.ai, then you are likely a serious job seeker. Okay, Micro1.ai. I got an interview there, and in that interview, I answered all the questions, and I was because I prepared very well, so I was expecting the classic interview question. Oh, what's your salary expectation? They did not ask me, but rather they asked me this question. Oh, do you have any question for us? And then I said, you know what? I'll take this opportunity to ask about salary. And then that was when I asked, oh, what's the budget for this role? And what they told me was 2x my expectation. My expectation was $20 per hour for that role. What they budgeted for the role was $40 per hour. 2 times what I expected. And that's the beauty of, and this was very early in my career. So, with low experience as of that time, I thought $20 per hour was, the goal. But rather, it's one of the cheapest band of salaries you can get as a data professional. Now, what we've done is this. We've crafted a 4 weeks intensive training for you. Okay, that takes you from zero to wizard level data skills, and you also get mentorship with that. Now, I'm going to walk you through on what you're going to learn in the course of the 4 weeks. Okay, and for those of you who said, "Oh, I know how to use Excel, I know how to do this, I know how to do that," um, you 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 need to listen to this. Now, in the very first week, you get to build this um, dashboard. Okay, you get to build this dashboard. All right. Uzodima says it's not an easy interview. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, if you know your stuff, is going to be easy for you. If you don't know your stuff, it's definitely going to be hard for you. So it's as easy as that. So fill out the form. Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, fill out the attendance form so you get my slides, the attendance, and the recording of this session, including the portfolio link that I shared, that I showed on my screen earlier. Now, quick question, guys. If I told you this dashboard was built in Excel, would you believe? Where are the Excel gurus in the house? If I told you this dashboard was built in Excel, would you believe? Uzodima, you of all people, you are saying no. As someone who is experienced with Micro1.ai, you're saying no. Guys, let me show you this dashboard in Excel. Okay, let me show you this dashboard in Excel. All right, so that you get to see it. So this is the same dashboard, and this is your Microsoft Excel. Can you see the sheet? This is the raw data set. Okay, this is the raw data set in Excel. All right, converted to an Excel table. I know if I ask now, you'll be confused. What's an Excel table? And then pivot charts, okay, pivot tables and pivot charts, okay, and then move the pivot chart to this dashboard in Excel. And yeah, this is an actual chart. You can move it around, okay. I can actually move this chart around. Can you see that? So this is Excel. So guys, you said you don't believe it's Excel, meaning you are still somewhere at the beginner level in Excel. Okay, this is wizard level Excel skills that you need. This is the kind of skills that you need to be to succeed and get a job. Okay, as a data professional. So Zodima, you say you're a beginner, so you see why it's hard, why micro one interview is hard for you. So it explains it. Now you need this level of Excel wizardry to get the attention of recruiters. Okay, now let me show you another dashboard. All right, this is not the only one. Let me show you another dashboard. If I send this to you, you say, oh, this is Tableau or maybe Power BI. No, this isn't. This is still your normal Excel. This is still Excel. Can you see that right here on the top left? Okay, this is your Excel home tab, your normal Microsoft Excel. All right, so you convert something like this with your Excel skills to a dashboard like this. All right, I'm sure many of you are not familiar with a bubble chart in Excel. So these are the kind of skills you need, okay, to turn the heads of recruiters. So when a recruiter comes to LinkedIn to look for talent and they keep scrolling and they see your dashboard, they scroll back and have another look at it, click on your profile, go through your profile, and they don't waste time in sending people like that a DM or would you be available for a quick interview? That's it. And that's going to be your story. It happened for a couple of participants in the past. So now, If I ask you that question I asked you again, oh, do you consider yourself to be somebody who knows how to use Excel now that you've seen this dashboard? Do you still consider yourself to know Excel? Type your answer in the chat so I know what your answer is. So you build this in the very first week, okay? Starting from scratch, the very scratch in Excel up to this level. All right. And in the second week, you build the next dashboard. This talks about human resource attrition rate. So attrition is how the rate at which employees leave an organization. So it's important as a HR analyst, you want to always analyze the data to see how or who are the people leaving, leaving the organization, and you can be able to take data driven decision and not just mere decision. Okay, sometimes you see a HR, and ordinarily HR will tell you, they will tell the organization, oh, let's create a gym in the workspace, maybe people will stay. Is that based on data? If no, then that's RBS, okay, for lack of a better word. All right. So you want to give recommendation to your organization based on what the data says and not based on what you feel. Okay. So now in the third week, you get to build a portfolio. I already showed you what a portfolio looked like. For those who were not around, let me see if I still have it here. Um, Yeah, so this is what your portfolio should look like. Okay, you should have a home page that talks about you, a button that takes people to your project, and a dedicated portfolio page that shows the work you've been able to do so far. So you need a website link like this. And mind you, I built this without writing any code. I built this personal website on Google site without writing one line of code. Okay, in 1 hour, I can build this from scratch, and I can show you how to do it too in 1 hour. So that's the beauty of this, right? You're going to build something like that, and then you're also going to build an AI powered CV. Remember when I said that whenever you send your application, it goes to what? Who can remember what it goes through? Let me know if you are even following me. When I was narrating what happens at the back end when you hit the apply button. Who can? Fantastic. ATS. So you see that ATS, you would have your own personal ATS. Okay, you would use AI to build it. You build your own ATS. Before you apply to the job, you test your CV. The ATS will score you. Then, if it is below 90, you would improve your CV. The ATS also give you ways to improve your CV. You improve it before you apply to the actual job online so that you can stand a realistic chance of getting an interview. Okay, so you're going to build something like that as well. And then you'd also get what we call LinkedIn optimization. Okay, you optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you can have a very good personal brand and online representation. And then you get mentorship from global tech professionals, people who are living your dream. All right, and they will show you how to go about it, especially in the job market. Okay, so these are the 4 things you get, and as a bonus to the 4 weeks, okay, so that you can add more, projects to your portfolio, because you want to have more than 2 projects, right? So we give you a free 1 month access to 200 plus projects via one of our partner platforms. Okay, and you work on projects like this. All right, you work on data projects like Excel dashboard for to analyze backlog, supply chain projects, food delivery, tenant retention, telecom, distribution. So the list goes on and on, and you get access to this kind of project via our partner platforms. You get to work on it, and you you add them to your portfolio. Now, let me show you more people, okay, who have done this. This is Ugochi. Ugochi was at a point where she was becoming a mom, so she had to step out of the corporate space for a while. Upon trying to get back, she didn't want to just continue where she left off. She wanted to restart with power. Okay, she wanted to restart, on a high. So what did she do? She decided that, you know what, I'm gonna go through tech, and she joined our program. This was back in February, and fast forward to June, she got a job. Now, let me mention her struggle because I love to mention people's struggles, so it can relate to you. One of the most notable things that Ugochi struggled with was imposter syndrome. How many of you know what imposter syndrome is? How many of you know what imposter syndrome is? You know, when you feel like as if you're a fraud. How many of you have felt it before? You know, you usually feel it when you get into something new, plus you are succeeding at it. Okay, you are succeeding at it. Um, you get to feel imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is actually a sign that you are successful. Okay, you're successful, you're making progress, but you just feel guilty that it seems as if I'm, a fraud, right? So it's very normal. It's a characteristic of success, but it depends. It's gonna depend. Your success will depend on how you handle your imposter syndrome. Okay, so she complained about it to us. We helped her, attend to it, and she felt very comfortable. Now she works as a business analyst. She even trains people to become a business analyst now. I'm working with Marite Consulting. Okay, and that was Ugochi. And this is Mary. Mary saw us on Instagram. She decided to join. And fast forward, first she got an internship in May. Now she has gotten another paid 6 month internship with a long-term contract to follow it. And she was told, and when she was sharing her testimonial with us, she mentioned that, oh, I think it's the CV template you gave us that made a difference for me. Okay, and this explains her struggle also. So just like Ugochi, she struggled with um she struggled with imposter syndrome just like Ugochi, and she felt that she's not that good, that it is the CV we gave her that pulled her through. So it's amazing that people who join us, they don't even think that they can achieve it, but yet they go on to achieve it, right? This is Oluwaseun. Oluwaseun was a young chap working with a very small microfinance bank as a risk officer. And we happened to meet somewhere, we met somewhere on the island where I was attending an event. He happened to be there. So he walked up to me. I was one of the speakers in that event. So he walked up to me to ask questions. And that was how he got into one of the programs. And since then, he's worked on tons of contracts. He currently works with your innovations blog as a business analyst, and this is since March 2025. We have more. Grace, if you joined the session early, you probably listened to Grace share her testimonial. The job she got, she did not even apply to it. Simply her online presence did the trick for her. The same for Lebura Alawale. Lebura Alawale posted one of her Excel dashboards, and that was how she got a DM from a potential recruiter. I love to also talk about Helene. I prepared Helene's recommendation letter. So, I mean, recommendation letter is something we give to you if you ask for it. Okay, if and when you ask for it. All right. So, I prepared Helene's recommendation to ensure that she got the offer that she was that she was presented. She currently works as a junior marketing data analyst with her organization. So, these are people who have gone through it and got results. Now, again, like I said, it's for 4 weeks, that's 1 month. Your classes are mainly on Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You have an instructor like myself leading it, okay, walking you through the project step by step. And then On Sundays, you get preparatory videos that prepare you ahead of class. Okay, so you get some intro videos that prepare you ahead of the class, and then in the class, you work on real world problems, solve projects, build those kind of wizard level dashboards that I showed you, and you start to turn the heads of recruiters. Okay, now I want to also show you the platforms you'll be working with. So first off is Google Classroom. So Google Classroom would form a repository of all the materials you use, and especially your class recording. So as you are attending the class, okay, the class will be in a session like how we are now online, and we'll also record it as it is happening. As you're attending, we record. So the reason we are recording the classes is not for you to be absent, but so that you can go back to it later on in the future. When you get a job, you need to refer back to some of the things. Oh, Mohammed taught me this about Excel. Let me go back to the classroom to see if I can, brush up. Okay, that's the main reason why we provide the recordings to you, and you'd have a lifetime access to it so that you can always come back to it without having to even ask. Now, even if you need help, you can still contact us, and we'll be happy to help you in as much as you've passed through the program. We also make use of our bespoke learning management system. Okay, it's a platform, it's on our website where you get access to the preparatory videos. All right, so you also have our full course brochure here in the slides, so you can take a look at it when you gain access. And these are some of the fantastic projects that you'd have the ability to be able to build later on. These are some of our participants and their portfolios, so you can get to see the variations, okay, of the kind of portfolios our students have created using our materials. All right, and now we have about 10 minutes in the session, and I want to speak with just those who are ready to join our next class starting next week. Okay, we have our class starting August 9th. August 9th is already here. Okay, we'll have a class starting August 9th. And moving forward, I want to speak with just those people who are convicted to start. You are already convinced. You want to start August 9th. Are you ready? Who is that person who is ready? Type I am ready. I am ready. And it is you I want to speak to. Okay, I can see the thumbs ups as well. Fantastic. Wisdom is ready. Who else is ready? Omar is ready. Fantastic. Now, for you to gain access on our intensive 1 month program, our Tech Elevator program, starting on the 9th of August to be specific, the normal price of the program is 80,000 naira only. 80,000 naira only. Now, because before you even go on to ask, because you are here tonight in this session, you will not pay 80,000 naira. I would give you a 50% discount on the spot. So instead of 80K, you'd pay 40,000 naira to get access to all those fantastic stuff that I've talked about already. Okay, all you need to do is a direct transfer to our Kuda bank account, and you send me the proof of payment via my WhatsApp line that you can see on my screen, 0703-215-8619, and I'll walk you through the next steps so that you can get yourself enrolled ahead of the class. So this is not a long-lasting offer. It is an offer to those who are ready, okay, to get results, okay, not those who are doubting. So if you're still doubting, sorry, um, I, I can't work with you, okay? But of course, you can ask me questions, right? But if you're ready to get started, take advantage of this 50% discount now on the spot, and let's work with you, okay? Let's work with you. All right, so that's our Koda bank account on the screen, 3002648016. Send me the proof of payment, WhatsApp only, please, on WhatsApp. Okay, send it to me on WhatsApp, and I'll walk you through personally. I'll be the one to onboard you personally into the next steps on getting yourself enrolled. 40,000 naira only, and you get access. So now, if you have any questions for me, you can either, yeah, I mean, you can type it in the chat. I think the chat will be very fast in taking questions, or you can raise up your hand. I will allow you on mute so that you can unmute and ask me questions. Is there a deadline? Yes, the deadline is now. Okay, so beauty. I'm not taking everybody. Okay, I'm not gonna take everybody. Just 10 people that want to work with on this. All right, it's easily affordable, but even students can afford this. Okay, so there is a tendency that you have crowd. So we're limiting it to the first 10. So if I get the first 10 tonight, I'm good. Okay, and I'm likely going to get the first 10 people tonight. So um, once you once you make payment, send me a DM and let's go ahead. So the class will be virtual? Yes, please. Okay. Is it only Excel you're learning? You learn Excel, you learn how to build a portfolio, you learn how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, you get mentorship as well, you get access to 200 plus other Excel projects. So that's what you'll be getting. All right. And you also get a lifetime access to your class materials and recording. You'd also have a lifetime access to the professionals that taught you. You'll be able to connect with them, ask them for help, even after a program has ended. So what we're trying to build here is a long-lasting community, not a one-off with you. So I hope that answers your question. Please, how do I get a job on Upwork? Emmanuel, do you want me to show you how to get a job on Upwork in this session? Is it that you want me to show you how to get a job on Upwork in this session? Because that's outside the scope of what we're talking about today. So before I even show you how to get a job on Upwork, so are you a data analyst or a data scientist? What do you do right now, Emmanuel? Who else has a question? Let me see. The class is virtual, yes. What and what will you teach you? So top nine, it seems as if you joined us late, if I'm correct. When did you join us? It seems as if you joined late, so you missed the aspect where I talked about what you'll be learning across the 4 weeks. Um soon as so Chris is saying, do one get a certificate afterwards? Yes, you get a certificate once you're done with the program. Okay, but guess what, recruiters would be concerned more about your skills, not really your certificate. Okay, so even if you have a Microsoft certificate, you still need to prove yourself to recruiters. Okay, do you accept instrumental pay? I believe you mean instrumental. So um Teresa, if that's your first name, I hope I'm correct. It is a one-time payment. It is 80,000. Okay, I am giving you a discount of 40,000. So it is, I don't know, it is, how do I even put it? So let's assume we even accept instrumental payment, right? Maybe you pay 40,000 first and then 40,000 later for 80K. Now I'm saying you pay 40,000 just once. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Teresa. So it is 40,000 once. Once you do that, send me a DM 0703 and I'll walk you through the enrollment process personally. Manuel is saying, please, I'm a virtual assistant. Please, can I also add this skill in my LinkedIn? I'm not sure what your question is, but if you're a virtual assistant, let me see if you are the same Manuel that asked the question about Upwork. Okay, yes, you are. So the thing is this, yeah. So if you want to get a job on Upwork, you need to have the right skill set. Okay, you need to have the right skill set first off. All right, so you will want to contact us for more on Upwork, right? So Emmanuel, if you want more on Upwork, contact us. Okay, but the first step you need to take tonight is to get hold of this. All right, get hold of this. Bello Idris is saying, what are the requirements for the training? You need a laptop, okay? You need an actual laptop. So let me start taking people who have their hands up. So let me see if I can allow you to unmute. Uzong, Uzong Evazara, your hand is up. Can you unmute your mic and speak to me if you want to ask a question? If you've made your payment, send me a DM 0703 Okay, send me a DM ASAP. ASAP. Don't delay it so you don't get overlooked. All right. Um Evazara, go ahead and mute your mic. I can see your hand is up, except if that was inadvertent by you. Do you want to ask me a question? All right. I doubt if Evazara wants to ask me a question. Okay. Makopi or Makopi, I'm not sure, the pronunciation of your name. When did you send me a DM? Is it this night? When did you register? When did you make your payment? Was it this night? If it's this night, let me see. If you've already sent me a DM, don't worry. Here's my phone. Okay, this is my phone. Once I'm done, I will respond to you. All right. So it is me that will respond to you, not my assistant. Okay. So that's why I've not gotten a response yet. Once I'm done here, I'm going to take a moment to start responding to all of you one after the other. So if you sent me a DM, very good. Bear with me. All right. So Umar Jafar, your hand is up. Can you unmute? No, you will be the one to unmute your mic. Okay. I've given you access already, so unmute your mic and ask questions, please.
Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you,
All right.
sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Umar. How you doing?
I'm fine, sir. How is work?
Fantastic. And
So,
yours?
when you named the price, I was shocked. I was like, "Is this guy serious?" I was like, "Data
Yeah.
analyst 40K." I was even like for
is
80K
is
because
we're even short today, 80K.
I was shocked because it's so cheap. It's so
Yeah.
cheap. I'm telling you, it's so
Um,
much cheap. I was
my
like,
next session, I'm definitely increasing the price.
I was
Definitely.
like. I was like, is this serious? Is this the data analysis I've seen people how will I say flaunting their self with and whatever? Because
But,
honestly, I would like to commend your effort and I really really appreciate this. So
pleasure.
I've been going off and on, so I have to stay behind. So
Yeah.
before I ask my question, I'm sorry, I'm not welcome, but let me use the opportunity.
No.
Let me use the opportunity.
Started, I know, say when the main comes in
What's
the
up?
Mr.
different
Emmanuel,
thing now. When I come,
mute your Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah,
So
I've muted his mic. Go
what
ahead, please.
what I want to say is I want to call the attention of my colleagues here. I'm from Adamawa State. My name is Jafar. I just saw this advert on Facebook and I'm so glad. I believe this is one of my luckiest day. So I want to call the attention of my colleagues here, please. If you have the means of doing this, I beg you in the name of God, use this opportunity. I don't know him. I'm telling you this before man and God. I don't know him. I've never met him. I'm not trying to advertise for him. No, nothing like that. Why I'm doing this is because what I study in the university is statistics and operations research. So, we deal with data. But my brother, do you know that all I know in school, I think I can do little SPSS and little small things. And I'm doing that one just for me to pass my university level and what have you. So, you have the opportunity now. We are laying our hands on practical. So what we need to do is we have to sacrifice. We are not even sacrificing. We think of what we are getting in return because the more you learn, the more you earn. That's it. There is no two ways about it. So honestly, I'm into this. I'm so much, though I'm very busy, but I believe I'll find a way and join the class. So my colleagues, please, I beg you, just use the opportunity. The world is data. I heard Mark Zuckerberg saying the world is data. Robert Kiyosaki is saying the world is data. What is his name? Jack Ma is saying the world is data. So
Yeah. Hi there. Can we still hear me? Can you still hear me? I'm not sure I can still hear Omar anymore. Can we hear me though?
Hello, sir. Can I say
Yeah.
something? You asked me to speak earlier.
Oh yes, I was confirmed. I mean, I couldn't hear Jafar anymore, so I was confused whether that was from my end. Go ahead and speak, please.
I'm talking about Uzong Nelson, right? Uzong. So, sir, my question is this. I understand this whole thing is very good. I understand very well. It's very good. I did
Yeah.
geography and environmental science in the university, and we deal with large volume of data. But you know
Yeah.
the kind of university education we have here in our country. I'm
Exactly.
sorry to say this. I don't know how it will sound to anybody, but I'm just trying to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I don't even know how to use the Excel. Not that no, not that all my life I just know even the computer, even my university days, I barely had a phone. Do you understand? There was no kind of luxury. I went to a kind of school where I had to support myself. So you have to look for what the belly will eat, and then you look into your books. You were not looking for luxury. So I missed a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
The Microsoft suite and all of that. But this I'm not sure I can catch up if you're teaching me online. That's just my fear. You know that kind of situation where you need somebody,
Okay.
you need a physical appearance and that in person so that they can guide you where to press in the laptop and all of those kind of things. That is my situation.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So your concern is very valid. In fact, I was like you. I was like you before I got into tech. Okay. So what changed my perspective was this, and here's the reason why we do it online. Number one is we have majority. For example, I am in Lagos, right?
Yeah, I'm
If I
also in
ask,
Lagos.
fantastic. So if I ask everybody here, probably you and a few people will be in Lagos. What happens to the rest? What happens to others? Do you get my point? That's number one. Number two
Yeah.
is this. You want to learn this because you want to work remotely. So if you cannot learn remotely, when do you want to learn how to work remotely? That's the
That's
second
true.
question. And number
Yeah.
three, which is the final reason, is, for example, you have some people on this call, they're in Adamawa.
Mm.
Okay. If you look around in Adamawa, and I'm not saying okay, you don't have the level of professionals you have in Lagos in Adamawa. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But if you confine yourself to a physical training, you are
Mm.
likely going to be confined to the professionals that are within that locality again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't get to experience people that are, people who are working, for organizations abroad. You don't get to, connect with other professionals from other states in Nigeria, from other
Mm.
countries in Africa. You don't get to connect with students like yourself that are, working, or that are living outside of Nigeria. Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
you want to connect with that space and start to experience how to even work remotely. So I
Yeah.
understand your concern, and like I said, it's very valid. Oh, how would I show you how to press in your laptop? Let me give you and one of the ways that I show people, okay, so that you get a taste. So let's say you're in my class, we're in a class, for example, and I say, oh, um, can you press the control shift
Mm.
control alt V, for example, control alt V, and you're like, I can't see the alt key on my keyboard. Here's what I'll do. Okay, I can't see the alt key on my keyboard. We have people like that. Okay, here's what
Mm.
I'll do. I'm gonna show my screen like this. Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna show keyboard layout. Okay,
Mm.
keyboard layout, right? And
Yeah.
I'll bring up, an actual, keyboard, okay, or
Mm.
something like this. All
Mm.
right, I'll bring up an actual keyboard, and show you where the alt key is. Okay, I'll show you where the alt key is. Right?
Alternate key. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's you have different kind of instructors, right? Some instructors get lost, while some are experienced. The kind of people who you work with are experienced people. So I have also had the opportunity to take a hybrid class before. I don't know whether you've been in such a class before, where
Hybrid.
it is a physical you have. So let me explain it.
Physical and online
Yes, at the same time.
at the same time.
That
Yeah.
students join online and physical, and
Yeah.
it's it's as if everybody is in the class. So
Mm.
the world is moving towards the remote. So you want to start. It may not be comfortable. It's not something you are comfortable with right now. But
Yeah.
when you try it, you may
Fine.
just see that look, I prefer this. Okay, I don't get to spend on transport, and the likes. That's the way out. So, like I said, I was like that before too, until I tasted remote work. For the past 5 years now, I've not been to the office.
Yeah.
Okay, not been to the office, and I don't even want to go back to the office for that matter. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much, how it is. All right, that's the reason, or those are the reasons why we operate fully remotely. Our team, the
Mm.
Nebians team, operates
Yeah.
fully remotely.
All right.
Everybody works from, yeah. So we are able to get professionals from places scattered around the country, around the continent as well. All right, so
Okay. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you very much. Thank you. I actually love to pay this money right away, but I did a kind of a little expenditure that I took away cash. So I don't know if I can
Mm.
get today is Saturday. Before Wednesday, Thursday, I should be able to pay this money. Is that possible? So that
That is possible, but you'll be paying 80K if it's that fine by you.
it's not fine. It's not fine.
It's not fine.
It's not
Then
fine at all.
find a way to get this. Um, I mean, some people have told me before that, oh, I don't mind. 80K is already cheap. You heard Omar speak, so 80K is already
Yeah.
cheap. So I don't. Okay, it's not gonna stretch me
All right,
much,
sir.
but
Sir, sir,
if
you're going to hold me by the hand,
yeah.
and you will not watch me slip off.
Okay.
You're
So
going to
so
hold me
this
by the hand.
okay.
You're going to hold me by the hand because I have a lot of
Mhm.
fears. I paid it for a lot of courses that I never got to complete. I'm sorry to say that. I'm not
Okay.
joking. I
Was there a
paid for
reason
a
why
whole
you
lot
did?
of things.
Let's.
You see?
Yeah, I'm just asking. Is there a reason you didn't complete it? You joined the class, you didn't like how the class was, or
No, 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 no. Not about the class. You know those classes where you pay courses, they send you a course, and then you're expected to by yourself, learn yourself, teach yourself, go do this, that, go do that for you by yourself. The instructor is not always there physically. It's a recorded class. You just go and train yourself. I have tried all of
yeah.
those things, but I work in the international airport there. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's also my part is laziness. I call it. I call it
Okay, so
laziness. I'm sometimes very busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I understand. I really, really understand. Okay, self-learning, especially if you don't have a what was that word? You don't have an accountability partner. All right, it's very
Mhm,
difficult.
mhm.
Normal, you're a normal person. That's how it's even for professionals, it's like that. You see top managers, you send them courses, yeah, they don't go through it, right? But
Yeah,
it takes when you have an accountability partner, so
yeah,
you can be able to go through it without stress. Now, it's a combined strategy we use here, both recorded and live classes, like we are here. I'm talking to you right now. Okay, so
yeah,
you get into classes like this where you get guidance live and you do stuff.
yeah.
And then before the class, you get some preparatory videos. So things like I mean, some people are new to Excel here. So what's a
Mm.
row? What's a column? What
Especially
is
me.
Yeah, so what are tabs? So those things, when you familiarize yourself with the environment, when you come to class, when the facilitator say,
Mm.
oh, click on the home tab, because you already know what the tab is, you can
Yeah,
find
from the
your,
video.
you are not looking for where it is. Of course, you won't memorize the whole thing, but
Yeah, yeah,
you are not a total zero
no,
novice. Do you get?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the model we use, and it works like uh like water.
Fine.
Okay, let me use that. Okay, especially if you're also committed, okay, to it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So that's the way it goes. All right.
Please,
Thank
So are you
let me finish,
paying
please.
40K?
But
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. And I'm also happy that I'm able to talk with you because I saw this video online. I saw the ad online. You were talking on that ad, and
Yeah.
then I'm opportune to actually have a one-on-one talk with you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And for what you do, God bless you more. So for this money, I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay it tomorrow, not immediately. I'll pay it tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Even that tomorrow is okay. But all right, just for you, I mean, because we've spoken already, I'll give you to tomorrow. If someone else is gone, okay.
Thank you.
Uh
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Mohammed, please, can I continue?
God bless you.
Mr.
Yes, it's a
Mohammed, are
pleasure.
you?
Yes, Umar, you can continue, please. I
Yes,
mean,
so network here. It's raining,
yeah.
so my network. I'm battling
Okay.
with network.
All right.
Um, so I've said what I have to say when it comes to the advice.
Yeah.
I hope others have listened. So as I said earlier, I didn't know this person. I don't know him. I just saw the advert, but I know
Mhm.
little about data. I've been studying books and journals about data, but the practical is the issue. My question is, please, I don't know which system you are to recommend, please, for me, because right now, by
Mhm.
tomorrow or next, I wanted to be on my way to Kano State because I do stay in Kano. I do some of my business in Kano, but now I'm in Adamawa State to see my family. So I want you to recommend a good system for me, please, because when you go
Yeah.
to the system store, they give you what they want. You tell them what you want to be using the system. Before you know it, because last week my system crashed.
Oh.
Serious. No matter how expensive you buy a system, it will crash. It's giving me
Mhm.
headache. So I wanted to order online. Understand? So my first question is, please give me a recommendation. If I'll DM you or maybe you drop it down on the group. Maybe people, you understand. Some
Uh-huh.
people might, because a system that you use
Mhm.
let me say, to learn web designing or data analysis or penetration testing or cybersecurity, they should be different set of systems.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe there are some features, there are some, you know what I'm talking about. So I would like a
Yeah.
recommendation, right? That's one. And
All right.
secondly, I do hope, I don't know whether when I'm out someone asks this question, I don't know. I do hope this class is like seriously man to man, tutor to students, you understand? Unlike classes that we've been attending, you see the adverts, you fall in love with the course. The money is not a
Mhm.
problem. There is risk. There is risk in everything. You pay the money,
Yeah,
but they'll just send you videos and keep quiet. You know, look, you not see
definitely.
you not see anybody.
If anybody, yeah. So this is like somebody asked. I think it was Evazara Uzong that asked the same question. The person that just finished speaking before you. So it's a combined strategy we use. So before the class, so your class is on Saturdays, right? So the Sunday before your class, you would get preparatory videos. So, for example, what's a row, what's a column in Excel, what are tabs, what are ribbons in Excel. So, all of these things will be covered in that video. So, when you come to class, you are not a total novice. So, when the facilitator say, "Oh, click on this, do that," you are able to follow. All right, you are able to follow. And even if you need guidance, it is not, you won't be asking, oh, what's a cell in Excel? What is this in Excel? Okay, so that's the idea. So you be in a class like this, just the way we're interacting, you'll be able to interact. You would also be able to some of the some of the features in Google Meet like this. So let's say you want to get my attention and you're in class, you can raise your hand just the way you raise your hand to ask question. And once the
Sir,
facilitator
please,
makes
sorry.
a point,
I think
and
I think I'll stop you because my network is so bad, please. My
oh,
network is
okay,
so bad. If there is
okay,
anything, I will drop on WhatsApp. I'll give
okay,
others
drop
the
it.
space. I hope you have had my question.
All right, no problem, no problem. We can continue on WhatsApp then. So that's my phone line on the screen.
I'll just chat you up. I'll just chat you up so that you know I need a new system to start, but the
All
payment
right.
is
Okay, all right, yeah. So many other persons have even sent me a DM, so I'll be responding once I am done with this session. All right. Who is next? Let me see. Who's Odima? Who's Odima? Yep. Who's Odima? You are next. Go ahead.
Okay,
Let me see.
thank you for the opportunity. So, I have seen a lot of talks on data analysis, data science, and stuff like that. So it really piqued my interest. I'm actually a team lead working with an MFB. So I want to dive into the tech space. So that has been my goal. So I've been looking towards data analysis,
Yeah.
virtual assistant, cyber security, that kind of stuff. Anything computer programming, but I want to take it easy because just jumping in like that will not be easy. So that's why I've been having eye for data analysis. I've done some other courses, cyber security on Cisco. I have my certificate, but the Nigeria system, you do everything, and you be master of none. So I'm trying to do my best to avoid that. So
Okay, fantastic.
I want, yeah, so I want the practical knowledge, like on this data analysis. I have courses on cyber security. Everything is just there, but practical knowledge. So if I eventually land that job, I'll be able to deliver, not just pack the
Fantastic.
certificate and
Oh, yeah. So data analytics, data analytics is not talk. Okay, it's actually practical. So um yeah, so I think you're good. You're good to go. Is there any specific thing you want me to talk talk about, especially?
Mm, yes, I was. Yeah, I dropped the chat. I like the Excel for the data analysis, but I don't know. Is there along the line? Is there possibility to teach us something on Power BI? Because that one has also been piquing my interest, but that's just along the line. If that's possible.
Okay. So for this, maybe for this program, okay. So the scope of the program does not cover Power BI, this particular one. Okay, but of
Okay.
course, we even have other programs, right? We have other programs that cover Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, for data analysis and the likes. But fundamentally, as a data analyst, Excel is your start point. Okay, so
Okay.
eventually, of course, you learn how to use Power BI, but Excel will be your start point. Okay, so
Okay.
that's what this program covers. I
All
hope
right.
that
Thank
answers
you.
your. All right, fantastic. Okay, so I don't know. Have you sent me a DM as well, or
Yes, I have. I've done that. I've made payments.
okay? All right. So I'll respond to you once I drop off. So I have Barua, Fatima, Prince also. So okay, I think Prince, your hand was up before Fatima. So go ahead and speak, Prince. And then uh, I'll take some questions in the chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good evening.
Then how are you
Thank you
doing
for the
today?
opportunity, first of all. I'm
Pleasure.
fine. Yeah, my point is that I've been in classes before concerning data analysis and all that, but
Mhm.
to a point the classes are not, they don't end very well. Like most of the time, before we get to the point of which we write the needed competency exam and all that, the class will end and you won't hear from the people organizing it again, stuff like that. But like the last person who said, I be the person before Uzodima said, are you going to go with us like a aunt to student, a teacher to student coach? I mean, a teacher to student learning, like an easygoing learning structure, which we enhance us very well to get what we want to get from this whole course. That is one. And I was supposed to ask about the Power BI too, but you stated it about already that you are going to add it up one way or another to it, but that's not really necessary for a first timer because I just have a normal layman's understanding to essay. I can use essay very well, but not the way I want to use it, and I want to use it to aim. So I just have my own understanding about essay, and I can use it to arrange some data and all that, but I'm not using it the right way. I know that, so that's why. And I want to plead with you that for this payment today, I don't have the money like on hand now, and I won't be able to get it tomorrow. But I will put some calls if I can get it tomorrow. But I already wrote you on WhatsApp if I can get it done by Monday, at most before 9, I will get it done by Monday because I will have to go to the bank.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let me take it from the first question. So now, in our experience so far since we've been operating, it's been a case of we chasing students to come back to class, not the other way around. So students don't chase us to come to class. Okay. So you find us, chasing students. Why didn't you attend class? Okay. And that's because one of the things that we've done is before you can be absent in class, you must let us know. Okay, so it's not a case of, oh, you're not going to see us in class, or I mean, we don't do that here. Okay, we don't do that here. So, and the class is engaging, highly engaging. Okay, for the past, how many years now? I've been taking online classes. I coach people online, and it's highly engaging. Okay, so and it's not just me. There are other professionals. If you go on our page, you see some of our team members. All right, so fantastic professionals that you get to work with on the program. So rest assured, there's not going to be a case of you come to class and you don't find your facilitators in class. Okay, so that's one. Now, the second question on making the payment on Monday, it's honestly it's gonna be dicey, okay? Because you may come now and then it's another team member taking it, and maybe not me directly. It's 80K they're gonna take from you. Okay, so what I would what I would advise is this. I think that was Evazara Uzon that I gave the leeway to make the payment tomorrow. So I'll do the same for you. Okay. My team members are on the call right now. They can hear me. They are taking notes of your names. Right. So if anybody outside both of you comes and says, oh, tomorrow, Mohammed did not call your name, so they are not part of it. Right. So you tell and tomorrow you get the deadline. That'll be your own deadline. Okay, for anything outside that, it's likely gonna be reverted back to this normal price. All right. So that's about that. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, very well. Thank you
Does that
very
answer your
much.
question?
Yes, yes, that's
Okay.
all.
So tomorrow works for you, right?
Yeah, I will do my best to get it done tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll see to it. Then,
All
can I
right.
say
All right.
something else?
Go ahead, please.
For the because someone was asking about the type of device, like specific system needed. Can a normal
Okay.
HP laptop can go with it? A Core i5 laptop, just like that, can work with it, right?
Okay, let me give you the minimum requirements. So for the best experience, now this does not mean any system lower than this would not work. Okay, it just means for the best
Yeah.
experience, you need Core i3 at least, with an 8 gig RAM. Core i3 with an 8 gig RAM,
Yeah.
regardless of the gen. Okay, regardless of the generation,
Yeah.
gonna serve. Okay, that's gonna serve both in learning and on the job. Okay. You don't need a gaming system, but if you have access to a gaming system, I mean, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all for now.
All right. All right. So I think I'll take the last person. That's Fatima, and then every other person you can just drop your question in the chat. Um, I'll take some of the questions I can see in the chat after Fatima. Fatima, go ahead.
Okay, good evening. Thank you so much for the class.
It's a
It's
pleasure.
been very, yeah, but I have few questions. So one of
Go
it
ahead,
is
please.
the portfolio that will be created because that's what really caught my interest.
Okay.
Are you going to share data that we are going to use to build the portfolio, or what exactly are we going to use? Are we going to source for data ourselves, or you be the one sharing us data that we use to build our portfolio?
Very good question. So, it seems you didn't join from the beginning. Am I correct, Fatima?
Well, I did, but at some point I had network issues.
Okay, okay, all right. So you build in the program, you build this dashboard that you can see
Okay.
here, and this other one, okay, this one also. So these two dashboards would be in your portfolio. You build it in class. Okay, you build
Okay.
it in class. You get your you add them into your portfolio. So the portfolio is, I think you saw the portfolio, so that was why you're asking a question. So the projects that will be
Yeah.
there is to dashboard at first. So at the end of the program, when you get access to the the what's it called, the extra projects that you'll be working on, by the time you are done with that, because you already know how to add projects to your portfolio, you just add those ones also, and then you have more projects that recruiters can see. So you won't need to source for data yourself, but if you want a platform where you can get extra data set to try out on, we can provide that to you.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I hope that answers your
Okay.
question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. I already made payments. Hoping to get value for the class anyway.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I hope you sent me a DM
I did
also.
already. I
Okay,
did.
all right. All right. So once I'm done with the call out, respond. Okay. Let me go to the charts and then from there we wrap up. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit just to make sure I didn't miss any question. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Mutiu Ismail. Please, I joined along the way, but I'm not getting a clear picture on the payments. Please clarify. So the program is actually 80K. There's currently 50K, sorry, not 50K. There's currently a 50% discount. So instead of 80,000, you get to make 40,000 to get yourself registered for the program. So that's the structure of the payments. Philip is asking, can their laptop be used? Of course, it's the specification that matters. Okay, if you take Core i3, even so, what I said is, even if it's less than Core i3, it's gonna work, but it may be a little bit slow. So you just need to exercise patience. So if you're somebody if you have a lot of patience, all right, that's fine. But if you don't have much patience, okay, I would say get at least a Core i3 so that can work at a very good pace. Okay, Excel is not that heavy. Okay, Excel is not heavy, so pretty much every system has Excel. Excel would work very fine. So the only The only issue you may have later on is when you work with very large data. Okay, very large data, Excel may start to struggle, regardless of your system, capacity. But pretty much, what you need, your system should be able to cover it. It's not Excel does not demand too much from systems. Okay. Um, what is the okay? Let me see. Imale is asking, good evening. I joined the call very late. Is there going to be another session like this again? Probably yes. Okay. But you also may probably be required to pay 80K in that session. So this 40K offer is for this session. That's what I can guarantee you. Okay, but for another session, I cannot guarantee you that to be offered at 40K. So it depends on who is taking the session, what the situation is. All right. So I think that this is where I would call it a night. It's already 9:30. I really appreciate you if you're still here. Appreciate your time, and I really hope you learned one or two things and got value for your time. We'll see in class August 9th for those who I will be working with. So cheers, guys, and have a wonderful. Okay, Abaka has a question I'm really not able to ask, but I didn't know this ahead. If not, I would have been prepared. But please, can I pay on Tuesday? Wow. Yes, definitely. People are. I mean, it came as a shock to people. Okay, but at the same time, quite a lot of other people have registered as we speak. Okay, so I think the conversation Abubakar should be how can you make the payment latest tomorrow? Okay, latest tomorrow. Find a way to make the payment tomorrow. Okay, so I can give you a a what was it called, an extension, yeah, till tomorrow, but Tuesday it's likely going to be 80,000. Okay, and you had somebody on the session say 80K is even, it was even cheap. I then flashed it again to 40K, and that was the killer for them. So we know, it's not as if we don't know, we know that 80,000 is affordable. Students buy. I had a student bought 150K suit for final year week in a public school, not a private school. Okay, in a public school. So I'm not talking of a private university, right? The students can easily afford this. Okay, so just find a way to make the payment tomorrow latest. All right, so we don't tell stories that touch. All right, consider Milem secure some money latest tomorrow. Okay, so the later is going to be tomorrow. All right, tomorrow normally is this night, but the extension to tomorrow for everyone who is still on the call. I mean, if you are still on the call now, just reach out to me. Ensure you've reached out to me so that I know that you are one of the people for tomorrow. Else, count it gone. Okay, so that is gonna be pretty much it for tonight, and we will be meeting in class for those who register. Cheers, guys, and have a wonderful night rest.